Hey, good morning everyone. So I'm just having my cup of coffee. So this morning, obviously, as usual, I got up, got my training in, got my ice bucket of water, and kind of got me thinking, how or why do I not put myself through this, but I've been doing this for so long. I was kind of thinking back and I was like, geez, I remember being 14, 15 in South Africa, getting up at the crack of dawn and doing some training, and I realized, since I was 14, 15, I'm 41 shortly, I followed a strict training programs, and what allows me to keep doing that. Myself and Olivia go on holiday, and we often exercise on holiday. And people go, "Oh, geez, you're mad. You must be addicted to it and stuff." And yes, possibly, but it's deeper than that. You see, there's a lot of motivation videos I do, and motivation is important. Motivation is what's going to get you started. You're motivated, but motivation goes, and motivation isn't going to keep you exercising or keep you to a routine. That's going to be commitment and dedication, and that has to be trained like anything. Now, I was lucky enough to be very young and I started doing that, so it's just part of something I do all the time. If you're a little bit older, it's going to be maybe a little bit more difficult because you're used to your certain ways and things, ways of doing things, but it's commitment and dedication is what's going to keep you going. But if we understand, sorry, my laptop, if we understand, it's flashing or something, if we understand motivation, we could have two different types of motivation. We could have which is termed internal and external motivation, or intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So my motivation might be that I want to develop a certain type of shape in my body, or I want to achieve a certain type of goal. You could be a martial artist, you want to achieve a black belt. You're a bodybuilder, you want to get your body a certain way. You're a kettlebell athlete, Olympic athlete, Olympic weightlifting, a runner, you want to get a certain time. They're very realistic external goals that will keep you focused towards your training. Now, this is where we go long term. Because I'm still training, and possibly even my weekly schedule is even more focused than when I was younger. But I'm not necessarily working towards any one goal now, because I focused on the internal motivators. So what motivates me is how I feel. I enjoy the exercise, I feel good. When we go on holiday, the reason I exercise is not really because I want to, but I know that in the evening time I'm going to go and I'm going to have some beers, we're going to go to restaurants, I feel great. Exercise makes me feel good. And if I stop exercising, my limbs start to hurt, and so I've found reasons what keeps me going long term. And now I'm 41. I'm telling you, when I'm in my 50s, when I'm in my 60s, I'm going to still be keeping to a daily routine of training. Why? Because I not only have external reasons, I don't have just certain goals to reach. And as I get older, they're going to go. What happens when you get into your 40s? 50s, 60s, you can no longer do your sports? Do you just stop because you can no longer do a personal record? You can no longer win? What happens if you're a bodybuilder and you get to a certain age and you're struggling to get that certain shape? You're just going to stop. But if you focus on what the process is, the fact of getting up, exercising, how you feel, your health, your mental health, physical, mental, altogether, those are things that are going to keep you training long term. So as people, that the clients would say, that's the coach's job, is to try to develop that internal intrinsic motivation to how you feel, to make it a long-term life-changing habit, exercising and health. If you don't have a coach, then try to think about those things. Not only your external, I want to lose so much weight, I want to achieve a certain goal, which are going to keep you motivated in the short term, but in long term, think to yourself, wouldn't it be great to be 60 years of age still getting up and exercise and feeling great? I know numerous people that are in their 60s, 70s that are still very active, and I think to myself, wow, that's what I want to be. I want to feel and look and be healthy at that age. So think about motivation in two different ways, internal and external, and think long term when you're already starting to exercise. Is find those small things that make you feel great, that make life that little bit nicer. So guys, that's what I thought to myself today, and I realized this is why even now, 20 plus years, of keeping crazy dedicated training programs, why I do it and how I do it, because it makes me feel good. Guys, have a fantastic day. Let me finish my coffee and get back to work.